This is the evaluation of the Euro trading system activity for November the 22nd, 2021. We had 6 trades on that day, 2 buys and 4 were short sales. First trade was CC, I think that's J. CCJ, that's Chemical Corporation. Tripped at 11:55:10 a.m. on price of 25.02. It was a short sell. Closed the day at 24.66, down to 49%, up 0.12% early morning. Check the indicators. Volume down. Looks like in general we're moving down. MACD same thing, down. So MACD will be the volume back here showing the same. DI down, same. Mortgage band down, sideways down. So that stock was moving down much. Next trade is, excuse me. Next trade is BBBY. Head back and beyond. Triple up at 5:10 a.m. also. At a price of 23.29. It closed at the at 24.01, up 3.27%. But is down 1.62% early morning here. So let's see here. Probably around here. Stay down so around 12.22 is when it came back up. So 155 to 12.22. That's almost 30 minutes where it was down below the tripping price, so that's a positive. As you can see though, the rest of the day it was up above that, so it actually recovered, so it did drop. It was continually moving down, but after its floor that it hit, it recovered quite nicely actually. OBV, showing the same thing, came down and recovered. MACD came down, and averages came up, and the afternoon stayed up. And same thing, DI was down. Afternoon it recovered, but you can see it's actually bouncing back and forth here in the late afternoon. There's so much more dramatic showing that it came down, it came back up, and then moved sideways. So that's off technically end of the day a neutral pattern. Next trade is AR. That's Antero Resources Corporation. It tripped at 12:03 p.m. at price 18.21. It was a short sell also. It closed the day at 18.02, down 0.88%, down 0.94% over the morning here. That's another positive. And indicators, interesting. The volume's not showing too much. You can see it dipped a little bit here around the tripping price, but pretty much stayed somewhat sideways in this activity. You see late afternoon volume came back up. Good thing is end of the day, the volume came down, so it looks like it reverted at the end of the day. Same thing, MACD came down, recovered a little bit, moved sideways, and end of the day moved down. Same thing with DI. DI came shot down in the tripping period of time, and in the afternoon period, a good portion of it was moving positive. At the end of the day, you can see it returned back to negative. Volume ran same thing down, a little bit positive in the afternoon, sideways somewhat, and the day negative. So it ended the day in a negative movement, which kind of helped us out because that's what pushed it back down to those triple rates. Next trade is GTE. GTE is Grand Tierra Energy, tripped at 12:20:41 p.m. at a price of 75 cents. It closed the day at 75.80, down 0.17%. It was down 0.0% here in the morning. It's going to be a difficult one. Trick right around here, let's see. Here later on, 75 more days still. The only place here is down here, 74. So roughly around 154, 154 to 202. That's not really enough time. Barely enough time that I consider it, and I don't feel comfortable saying that that's a positive just because of it. So let's just check the indicators. Volume shows a negative trend. MACD came down, recovered a little bit, sideways in the afternoon, a little bit downward trend. DI definitely is down pretty much for the whole day. And Bollinger Band showing a steady decline, even though the afternoon is somewhat moving sideways. Indicators are showing somewhat half and half, but I'm more indicative of looking at the DI, because DI is actually index or directional movement, and it's showing that it's somewhat consistently negative for practically the whole day. The Bollinger Band is moving down, not strongly down in the beginning, but the afternoon period it was slightly almost positive at some points, obviously, but not strongly. But the other ones are moving down, so I'll say it's a possible, just because it looks like a strong negative from DI's perspective. The other indicators are not too bad, so we'll say that negative and the possibilities there. Actually, I don't know what stock I'm looking at now, because it's my indicators are all screwed up from my list here. It's 1203 is that one. 1203 is just 1240. Pardon me while I get myself organized. Okay, that's 1220. This one is 1246. This does not look like it's the same stock. That's 1246 there. That's the one there. Okay, I don't know where this came from, but this one's actually showing another stock that's not in my list. We'll leave it at that. I'm not going to hunt it down. This is actually the one that we're looking for. 1246, and actually, going back, now that I'm looking at 1246, which is the one I mentioned, alright, let's just do this. It's Exact Science Corporation, kept at 12:06 p.m. Oh, I deleted one of my. 1, 2, 3, 4. I deleted one of my things. 1 second while I re-get everything back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. Okay. Somehow I closed down my say hid one of the that's 1220. I think that's the one we were looking at. That's the one we're looking at. Okay. I apologize for that. I got myself a bit disorganized. I somehow closed that. I didn't realize I closed them. Okay, so down. Okay, so that is paused. I'm going to assume that's impossible because it wasn't. Yeah. Okay. Must have hit it when I hit that thing. Okay. Next trade is EXAS. That's Exact Sciences Corporation. Tripped at 12:46:06 p.m. at a price of 84.44. It was a buy. Next, it closed at 84.01, down 0.05%. and up 0.23% here early morning. So let's see, 1246. Tripped around here. And you see that 84.51 came up here, came up here, 84.70. Yeah, okay. There was multiple points where it was, looks like it was above its tripping price for more than one period of time, more than 10 minutes at a time. So I'm going to say it's obviously a plus because there's multiple points to get out on that stock, which is good. And the indicators, yeah, indicators, volume's showing a fairly consistent rise, volume's up. MACD up here early morning, but here it tripped again and it moved sideways, and you see the end of the day somewhat damaged, moving down. Interestingly, but DI was up, and here a point here was not up too much, but it was bouncing back and forth, looks between positive and negative. Mid-afternoon, mid-late afternoon it was positive, and at the end of the day it went down again. Bollinger Band showing the same thing, came up a little bit, up, and down. So the stock somewhat started moving negative at closing, but it was fairly decently positive for most of the afternoon, which gave us that multiple opportunities to get it. Next trade is NADM. That's Nano Dimension Limited. Tripped at 2:15:02 p.m. at a price of 464. It was a buy. Closed day at 462, down 4.74%, and down 2.16% for 1 year, so that's not good. 215. $467, 471, 467. So you can see from 328, from 215 to 328, half an hour, 45 minutes, and even after that it came back up again. So we're talking a good period of time where it was positive, even though you can see the end of the day it dropped down below the tripping price. Let's check the indicators. Yeah, here volume shows that it came up when it tripped. MACD came up, and that just came back down in the afternoon. DI was up in the afternoon when it tripped. Stayed up and then negative. Came up a little bit negative, but still somewhat positive, but moving more negative. The Bollinger Band showed that came up, somewhat moving sideways, and in the day period closing, started moving negative a little bit. So the stock started to move negative at the end of the day. But anyways, that's what it is. Okay, anyways, that's 5 out of 6 stocks. 83% for positive and 100% for possible. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.